Hi, I'm Clinton.
And I'm Claude, and we're the Lamest Defenders. So we have a special episode where we are reviewing a new Marvel board game called Marvel Crisis Protocol. So is it any good? We'll let you know. Yeah, boom. Jinxies. Welcome back, everyone. So let's just go ahead and get started on this review. So I'm not very familiar with a lot of the Marvel board games, honestly. I play them when Clinton buys them, and then I just show up and steal stuff.
It's true.
Yeah, and I beat them. But this one was really
up for debate.
This one was really cool because the miniatures that come with the game. It's a miniatures-based game, and if you're familiar with anything like HeroClix, that I tried. I didn't really like it. It seemed kind of bogged down. And it just wasn't that cool to me. This one, luckily, the miniatures look better than HeroClix. What does suck is the miniatures all come in sprues. So you have 10 individual characters, and you have to clip them out, and you have to put them all together, and then they're gray paint, basically. Yeah. Or they're gray, and you have to prime them, and you have to paint them. And obviously, you have to buy all that stuff. Yeah. So, but we'll get into that. I just that's one of the things I want to talk about is the things that come with this. Is you got those 10 miniatures. I believe there's 8 terrain features, such as comes with a little garbage can. You got a Daily Bugle newsstand, which is really cool. 2 dumpsters and stuff like that. And that's just part of the game is where you have your miniatures and then you have those terrain features. And you can either get on them. You can have a line of sight where you get some cover from it, or you can just pick it up and throw it at somebody. If you're like Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, or Ultron. Yeah. So those are really cool. The game is based around you have these big, long movement sticks. Mm-hmm. Basically, there's a small, medium, and large movement. So somebody like Black Widow can move really far up, or Zemo, and you have characters like Hulk, which super powerful, but he can only move range small. Yeah. And then same with somebody like Crossbones. Crossbones, yeah. Yeah. So if they get up close to you, you're getting wrecked. Mm-hmm.
But getting there is a problem. You have to.
And that's part of the strategy because I believe the game is played on a 3x3 table, kind of like what we have here. And if it's any smaller, it'd be pretty overpowered with some of those characters because if Hulk could just walk straight into an enemy team, he could just wreck everyone. So you kind of have to kite them around and stuff like that. And that's part of the thing that I really like about this game is the overarching, strategy involved because it's really hard to win just by killing everyone. There's certain mission objectives. There's, I believe, maybe 4 or 5 different objectives that come with the box set, such as you have to get Cosmic Cube fragments. There is, you have these control zones, basically, or panels that you can test. And you get points, victory points, based on how many you have and all that good stuff. And if you just try to straight up kill your opponent, you're going to probably have some problems doing that. You won't win, basically. It's super hard.
Because you don't get, you may have already said this, sorry, but you don't get victory points for defeating another opponent. Right. The opponent, rather. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So. Right.
Yeah, because all in all, you need 16 victory points, and once you get there, you win, unless you guys tie, and then the first one to get another one. Yeah. And that's really what I really like about it is there's so much strategy involved when it comes to, I'm going to go around this building and go to objective rather than fight somebody. Mm-hmm. Or what's really cool is this game's got a feature where, your character obviously has hit points, and if they get knocked out, you flip the card and that has their injured state the next, basically round, which is cool because, you have some characters like Captain America that actually gain abilities when they're more in a desperate, defensive position because obviously a shield. And it's just really cool because then all these characters play like how you'd expect them to in a comic book based game. Like Spider-Man can pull people off objectives with his webs. Captain America actually has a move where you fling the shield and it can just ping pong off one opponent that you hit and go to another one. So it's really neat. Mm-hmm. So
The game also comes with basically cards that will give you extra abilities. You only get a certain amount. I think it's 4 or 2? 2 to 4?
Yeah, you get 4, I think, per team.
Okay, 4 per team, excuse me. So then, like, one of them is Ricochet, where if you have Iron Man and Cap on the same team, you can use Iron Man's blast off of shields, or Cap shields, and it can hit something else on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Right, and in both Captain America and Iron Man in this instance, would have to pay energy, and that's a resource that you get either taking damage, or if you're on Red Skull's team, the Cabal, you actually get energy by damaging people. Yeah. So it's really cool. And me and him have played a couple rounds, and it's been crazy. So
yeah, I have yet to win. I don't really, I don't know how I feel about this game yet.
Yeah, this game sucks.
Honestly, it is really fun. It is pretty heavy on rules, but they are very easily explained. Like, there are a lot of rules, but they make sense. Like, there's not a lot of
never kind of
wasted text.
Right? Yeah, and there wasn't anything like like you said, the rules make sense too. Yeah. It's not like you can there was never a point where the rules we misinterpreted and we completely ruined the game on one side or the other, where it really screwed us over.
Yeah, for sure. We always try to make it as fair as possible too, if we did. So in that sense, it was okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't beaten him. I don't like it.
Give it time. Yeah, you never know. He's probably reading strategies on YouTube, playthroughs or something.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
Another thing that I really like too is with the miniatures themselves. So that's one thing that sucks is they don't come pre-assembled or painted, but at the same time that's also good because the miniature quality is amazing.
Yeah.
And without it being painted, paint it yourself, and you can. I mean, Marvel's known for all their costumes and everything like that. You just completely customize. Like, my Ultron doesn't look like the one. Like the silver classic Ultron look. I changed him to the Age of Ultron look, where he's all gold.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I like how it's just different. It's just like, and you can paint these any way you want.
Right.
Like, you could have made Gray Hulk if you want.
Yep,
like,
Red Hulk.
Red Hulk, it doesn't matter.
Spider-Man with his bulletproof armor.
Yeah.
Just basically anything. And that's another thing that's kind of crazy about this game is the potential.
Oh, yeah,
where it can go. Which is good and bad, because this starter set, to even just start to play the game, retails for $100, which is very expensive.
Yeah, you can get it online for about $80, but it's still even $80 for 10 characters, and it.
Yeah, because it doesn't just stop there. When you buy the starter kit, so if you're like me, who've never built a model in my entire life, and then I see it's like, I go cross-eyed, because the characters are all come in this big plastic sprue thing, and you had to buy the clippers to get them out so it's flush, so it doesn't look weird. So you had to clip them out, and you had to also buy the glue and the paint, and by that time, all the brushes, everything like that.
The jeweler's eye, so you can
the lights, the table, the chair, and
the house to store it all.
A wife that just says yes. So the problem is, you have all this stuff, and you already spent $100, and then now you're looking at investment upwards of $200 to $250 if you really care about the game. Which,
if you want to paint them,
but it's cool too. Like, once you get all that stuff, it's become a new hobby. Like, it could replace something like video gaming. You just paint these things if you're a nerd like me.
Yeah, no, you've actually really gotten into this, which is kind of, I would have never guessed that would have happened in my life.
Right, I'm addicted
Claude,
to it.
Oh, paint miniatures. You're what?
Leave me alone, dude. Block call. And that's the thing is, so you have 10 characters here, and then the potential too with not only new characters but re-releases of the same character. There's so many variations they can do. Like Spider-Man, you can have a symbiote Spider-Man. And recently they just showed off, it was another Black Widow, which is crazy, and it's going to tie in.
She's in the box set.
Or
she's in the base.
Base game, you already get her automatically. So they have a new one of her, and it's just basically an armored up version, and she comes with Hawkeye, which is probably going to be around $40.
Oh, she does come with. Okay, that's cool.
So they're bundled together, and obviously that's going to tie into the Black Widow movie. It's really cool because you have all these characters coming out, but at the same
every month, right?
Every
month. That's the plan. Is every month there's going to have a new character. So.
This upcoming weekend, I believe it's the 13th. It's Black Panther and Killmonger, and that retails for $40. So that's the first thing, and then I believe it's this month too with Venom comes
It'll be
out.
easy to paint.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, with Venom, I mean he's bigger, so he's easy to paint,
Yeah.
and with him, he's only $20. It looks like
That's not too bad.
So
yeah, so you're looking at $20 at least per character.
per character, yeah, and you have the entire line of the Guardians of the Galaxy coming out, and then you have all the Black Order. And then Thanos is coming out, which would probably be like $60 because he's a unit.
He does it really cool.
He's
though.
huge.
He looks awesome.
Yeah. And then obviously you have more Spider-Man villains like Green Goblin, who looks incredible. But at the same time, I'm doing this and I just spent however much money already, and I'm like, like I'm gonna have to take out a mortgage or something to like do some cash for gold or pay for this.
Sell that plasma.
Yeah. But that's a good problem to have because this game, it's not like they just dropped this and they're like, see ya, we're going on the next IP. You have more stuff coming out.
And you can pick and choose. You don't need it.
No.
Like if you don't want that hero, you're like, I'll skip this month.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to buy the entire army of Wakanda, basically, where some of the Guardians of the Galaxy are, I don't need Drax.
Yeah.
So,
but at least you have options.
Yeah.
So, and two, the longer you wait, they will go on sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could probably, not saying to not support your local comic book shop, but online you can get these for probably
really cheap.
Yeah, like 25% off. Yeah.
But and one of the things that we're predicting is, this game's already, it seems successful, and the developers of it are hardcore Marvel fans. They know what they're talking about with the comic objectives in the game. They have the Spider Island stuff, where you got to rescue civilians that are changed into spiders. Mm-hmm. But it just seems like they're going to eventually release the X-Men, which is going to be like probably a year 2 expansion, which I'm totally down for.
That'll be great, but man, how many?
Yeah, I got to get that Cyclops.
I wouldn't doubt they'll probably do it in a 3-pack.
I don't know.
So many of them.
I can totally picture this time next year they release another one of these and it's X-Men. Just kind of
that's very true. That's very
Star
fair.
Wars Legion. Their first one was the Galactic Civil War, like the original trilogy, and now recently they did a Clone Wars box for the same price. So that's what I predict because the X-Men.
So this will be like all Avengers basically this year, this season, I guess.
Yeah.
And then next season will be X-Men, Fantastic Four, and so on. So
yeah, get your plasma ready. Yeah. But all in all, after playing this game, I don't know. I'm kind of speaking for myself, but I love it. Obviously, I love playing it. I love building the characters and painting them and just customizing them, even though they look like crap.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm loving this game. I'm having a lot of fun, and I like where it's going. And all in all, I'd give this probably an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8. It is fun.
Is it because you lost?
Yeah, I haven't won yet.
This game sucks.
If I won at least once, probably like a 9. But no,
10 out of 10.
It's fun. I do enjoy, we've played HeroClix before, and it was just clunky, and we didn't didn't care for it. Mm-hmm. This is a lot more. This is streamlined. I like this a lot more.
It's made for everybody. It feels like even though it might seem like a lot, especially if when I opened this box, I was like, I was like, what the hell is this? Even though I knew I had to build everything, but at the same time, once you get all that stuff done, it seemed like the rules aren't that hard to understand. It seems everything in the rules are pretty easy just to pick up and play. There's no there's no crappy rules you can't attack somebody because your guy's in front of them or something like that.
It's just a very open up and play basically. It is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, once you get all of them built. Though.
Except the dice. We were having a little problems with the dice. We were like, oh well, this is a hit now. This is a hit. What?
We were doing it a little bit differently because there is a bunch of dice dice faces, and really that was just me overlooking. I'm like, I watched a YouTube video. I know what the dice faces are.
Sure, but it doesn't really. I don't know. I felt it could have been a little bit more clear on that.
Yeah,
but it was an easy fix, and now it's wow, this game moves so much faster.
Well,
now
when you buy somebody like the Hulk, and then your attacks are based on die, and you defend with die too.
Yeah.
So with the Hulk, he has the capability of the starter set. I believe it's 10 dice, and with the Hulk, his abilities, sometimes the more he gets damaged, the more stronger his attacks are.
Roll. Yeah.
So it's just am I going to have to buy another overpriced dice set now? And it's just, I don't know. It's slowly become kind of like a money pit. So, like, if we keep using Hulks, we'll just have to put them away or something.
Yeah. But it's still a great game. I really enjoy it. Apart from the rules being a little clunky sometimes, but again, we figured it out. Bring out Daredevil, and this game probably gets a 9 from me. So, because I want Daredevil.
Yeah, you heard him. I want Cyclops and Nova, and then that 8.5 jumps to a 12 out of 10.
Yeah, right.
So
give me Daredevil, Moon Knight. That's good.
No, we're fine with that. So we hope you guys like our reviews. So we're hoping to get some footage of us playing. Maybe we'll do like a full video of just a match.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the first recorded instance where Clinton wins. Maybe, hopefully not. I had to cheat. So
I've just been lulling you into. Now I'm going to crush you.
I was taking it easy whenever it wasn't recording. So, but that's all we have for this week. And thanks for watching the review.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you guys.
Stay lame.
Bye.